The breaking news is the FDA pausing the use of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine in the U.S.
Yes, 6 women developed blood clots. Was it caused by the J&J vaccine? That's the big question right now. Joining us to help discuss this is Dr. Peter Chin Hong, who's an infectious disease expert at UCSF. Good morning, Dr. Chin Hong. And we're here talking about this again after we know that we saw this earlier with another vaccine. Turned out it wasn't connected then with AstraZeneca.
But 6 cases out of 7 million people got the shot. How worried should we be?
Well, I think, thanks for having me on, James and Daria. I think what the FDA did by pausing it is really wanted to alert healthcare professionals to look out for this particular or potential adverse effect. So I think in a sense it was an exclamation point rather than pulling it out of the market. So 1 in a million, not terrible odds compared to the odds of getting sick and dying from COVID. So I think, hopefully we'll get more information and put things into perspective.
It is concerning, though, because these 6 women were ages, like they say, 18 to 48. And according to the New York Times, 1 person died and 1 is in the hospital. So especially when it seems to be rare and come out of nowhere, that's when people say, wow, 1 in a million, but still, what if I'm that 1?
Exactly, and it's really hard to link this with the vaccine. Sure, they were younger women, but if you think about the big burden of clots in the country, we get about up to 600,000 cases of clots per year. Some of them occur in the brain, as in these women. Some occur more typically in the legs and in the lungs. So I think we need to get more information. I'm hoping this is not going to be a permanent pause. We are relying on millions of doses of J&J vaccine.
So I hear you saying, as just a layperson listening, that it could have been like, this is what a rare blood clot is all about. It's rare and it hits somebody out of the blue naturally. And it could have been coincidental that they happened to have gotten the J&J shot.
Exactly. I think one of the reasons for pausing it was given the clot seen with another similar vaccine, which is AstraZeneca in Europe. But again, that has resumed to a large extent around the world. So I'm hoping that this will also be another resumption eventually, but with some guidance around looking out for these kinds of complications, and specifically around guidance with treating these kinds of complications as well.
Yeah, obviously there are concerns about supply. Will this cause a crimp in supply? The White House issued a statement earlier this morning saying that they don't believe it will, that the J&J vaccine only represented maybe about 5% of the vaccine supply, and they believe they have enough of the Pfizer and the Moderna to continue vaccinating as many people as they are hoping to. That 200 million adults vaccinated or shots given out in the first 100 days of the Biden administration. Are you confident that the supplies will stay unaffected?
I'm confident that we'll have more than enough overall. There will be a delay in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So speed will really be the issue, and particularly as we're opening up eligibility of vaccines to a larger group of the population. So I think that's really the issue, the initial bump rather than the overall picture. So, confident. We've bought more than 1 billion doses of vaccine in Operation Warp Speed, so there'll be plenty for everyone. It's just a matter of how fast we can get it to folks.
So I want to ask you more generally about what's the line between feeling one of these symptoms that they say you should watch out for and what you should report. And I ask that because, like, for example, me and my daughter, we both got Moderna. Okay, it'd be shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle, fever, chills, trouble breathing. Okay, so we watch out for that. But like my daughter, for example, just last night said, oh my God, I woke up and I couldn't breathe at all and I had to reach for my puffer and I was scared. Like, do you report that? And who do you report it to? Or you just go, oh, oh, honey, it says you're supposed to get these, so that's just one of the things, and just forget about it. Don't tell anybody.
And we're in allergy season. So
I don't know.
Lots of, like...
What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
I know it's really difficult, so I would look at a few features. One is the time since the vaccination. If it's within 2 weeks, that's one issue. Number 2 issue is how severe it is. Regardless of what it is. So if it's not going away, you're worried. I don't think it's ever wrong to to call someone, to call the healthcare professional, or go to the emergency room if you're worried. Number three is if it doesn't go away, if, particularly even if it's mild. So if it's going on and progressing over a course of days, again, that's never too wrong. There's a vaccination adverse effect reporting system. Hopefully people can take advantage of it. But you're right. I mean, many people have these transient things or temporary things that go away, and those don't necessarily need to be reported.
Well, and like you said, James, it's allergy season, and I'm looking at the calendar going, okay, she had the shot like maybe 3 weeks ago or a little more. Dr. Hong, I thought we were supposed to watch for maybe 2 weeks, like so she's outside the window, that kind of thing. It can be complicated.
It is complicated because people are really keyed in to anything they feel right after the shot.
Right.
And I guess there are just two types of folks who, like myself, who kind of just want to not think about anything because I'm always kind of optimistic.
Right.
Or folks who are like really looking at everything and maybe wondering if it's associated with a vaccine. Chances are 99% of chances it's not. So hopefully folks can feel reassured.
Now, we haven't had a chance to talk to you since, the UK variant has really started to come up strong in younger adults and a lot more contagious. Can you talk to us a bit about this UK variant? We're talking about it this morning. Younger adults really need to pay attention. They're not as invincible as maybe they thought with the original strain.
Exactly, James. So that's why I think with these reports of side effects, I think that are scaring folks, the chances of getting something bad from COVID is far worse than getting any of these side effects that, would be worrisome. And your case in point is the fact that the UK variant is stickier, so it's going down the age groups. And younger adults, there have been several 100% increase in cases in Michigan in people in their 20s and 30s in hospitalizations, not just getting sick. So I think that's something to be worried about as we face this new face of the pandemic.
Right, and we're just opening up to 16 and above, and so that's an age group that we want to get covered. And you didn't actually get COVID, right? You got a shot, but you didn't get COVID, correct?
Yeah, luckily I didn't get COVID. I escaped COVID.
So I was saying with James and I, and we both experienced that 1 or 2 days of, wow, this is terrible. And then you get through it and go, you know what? Can you imagine now having a month or two or having COVID for all that time? We just had bad experiences for a day or two. And like you said, it far outweighs actually getting COVID and the risks of getting COVID.
Exactly, particularly as we learn more and more about long hauler syndrome and the fact that 10 to 30% of folks, even if they don't get hospitalized or get symptoms, would get brain fog, alterations in taste and smell that linger, fatigue. I think those are the things that are worrisome to me much more than the side effects of the vaccines.
Okay.
All right, so as we're just about out of time, any final words to people listening who may still be on the fence about whether or not they're eligible for a vaccine, but they're still hesitant? What can you say?
I would say I definitely understand where people are coming from. If you're worried about these reports, given what I know so far, I feel very confident about where our vaccine program is going. I think safety is the #1 priority of the administration, the CDC. So when something is paused, it just means that they just want people to be alerted and to investigate it some more. But I don't think it'll be a long-term pause, hopefully.
Okay. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your perspective this morning.